Welcome to the Man Cave 101 podcast, where we talk about all things nerdy. It's an Echo episode 1 reaction. With me tonight, Aaron, the man in the chair. How we doing?
The red suit's back. Daredevil's back.
The red suit is back. Daredevil out here doing walk of shames on everyone. They call him Kalo K, the mama on a god. Leo, how we doing?
In the fucking face. Finally, Marvel.
Whoa, what did Daredevil do in the face? Pause. Spread love is the Brooklyn way, Big Chase.
I saw your face.
Hello. Anybody home? Home. Hey, there's an echo.
Well, hopefully your echo makes it deep in the heart of Texas. Man, listen, it's Win Deezy. What up?
I don't even like how you said that.
I was like, all right, you know.
Pause.
I couldn't come. I don't even want to talk off of
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Hi,
Wrong with how
everybody.
it came out. Let's try to...
Is Echo the name of something else that I don't know about?
Nope, absolutely nothing.
Great.
Really?
Well, we're gonna talk about Echo episode 1. How did we feel about it, guys? What did you think?
I mean, first okay. I was gonna say you want to.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like half an episode of recap, half an episode of new stuff. Pretty much what I gather.
Yeah, a lot of it was recap. What I will say is now knowing more of Echo's backstory and the accident with her mom and all that, I was kind of like, damn, like that whole scene. I was like, when you find out that's how she lost her. But spoiler, if you haven't watched, obviously we're recapping episode 1, but just saying, that's how she lost her mom in that car accident. The brakes were cut, and freaking that's how Echo lost her leg when she was a kid. I'm like, I was like, oh, like that hit right here. I was like, oh, that's. Mm-hmm. That's tough. Like, I actually felt for her. I was like, that she's had a tough life. You know what I mean? And then she gets taken away from her cousin, right? Who was her best friend. Big cousin, little cousin. Well, who was her best friend or something like that.
Not even just that. The
Bonnie.
The grandmother blames the father for losing her daughter, which is Echo's mom. And they basically don't want him there anymore.
Yeah.
And so he decides to leave and takes her away from basically everything that she ever knew and loved. So
but it's basically his fault, though.
It is.
It is. They cut the brake line. They cut the brake lines to his truck because he was a part of something. He was a part of the jumpsuit mafia.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The jumpsuit mafia. Tracksuit. Jumpsuit mafia.
They wear onesies, man. Like,
just run around
pretty much. It's pretty much.
What kind of mafia? I like onesies.
But the beginning of the episode too, and we were just talking about it. Completely thrown off. Thought I was watching a different show. Had no idea what was going on.
So I'm not gonna lie. Like the beginning of the show, it starts off with some very ancient looking stuff, and then you get a little, people holding up a rock, and then next thing you know, they're outside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then their skin starts peeling, and then
humans.
Okay, so this is the creation story for her tribe, which is the Choctaw. Right. The creation story basically said that they used to live underground, and that there was some cataclysm, and that the very first, I forgot what they call it, but they're basically the shaman saves them with a power. And when they wake up, they're above ground now. And the way that their skin used to be underground starts to peel off, and now they become human. So that's that. I had to rewind that 3 times because I was like, what in the hell just happened?
I just watch.
But if you noticed through the show, you will see that when Echo uses and exercises her power, it's the same energy that's being generated.
Yeah. So with the whole, I gotta give kudos to Marvel. First off, they did. I couldn't meet a production company that did it better than they did with this show. They showed respect to the tribe. Mm-hmm. They asked permission for the tribe to have them there.
Question: is that the actress's? Is that her? Like, that's not her. Is that her real tribe? Like, that's really where she descends from?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Alaqua Cox.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if that was actually like her like ancestry involved in that. Like, cool.
So it's all tied. They did this. To Marvel, when props are due, Marvel deserves it because they even hired most of the production crew, most of the background actors were from the tribe.
Yeah.
And they asked permission, and they found out the history to everything before they even started. So I was like, I'm in.
I mean, look, this thing was filmed on location on the tribe's land.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this
that's dope.
It is really dope. So all the scenes where she's, at her family's place and all that is all on Choctaw land. Like that's
cool.
And the people who were there are actual, I want to say part of that tribe. And I think to Leo's point, that's dope. Like where it's due, it's due. Like, you get Native American representation here in this show. We got representation of Middle Eastern family and Miss Marvel. Like I'm digging it. I love it. The story, as a whole is good. I've seen the entire thing, but I'll give it to you. For real, like they're doing it right now. So
Marvel out here being inclusive.
For real.
And the thing is that they're being inclusive in the right way.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do an indigenous person's culture, and you're taking their culture and you're using it for a positive way. So it was. I love seeing the origin story. So this is basically an origin story of her tribe, and an origin story of her in the comics.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like it's blending everything in so well after the first episode and everything like that. But I want to give you guys some of the comic book shit because it wouldn't be Man Cave if I wouldn't. So the first appearance of Echo is Daredevil number 9. Suggest you pick it up. It's from 1999. Her next appearance is in the New Avengers. So wink, wink. Number 11, 2005. And as far as she takes it, she becomes Ronin.
Oh, wow.
And then
she takes on that mantle?
She picks it up?
Huh.
Interesting.
She picks up that mantle in the comic books, and she also becomes she becomes the Phoenix Force.
I've heard that before. She becomes Phoenix Force.
So she becomes a Phoenix Force. So that if you know anything about a little bit about comics, it will tell you that Phoenix Force is one of the strongest. You can put them up against the Thor Corps. So it's up there in comic book lore. But I felt the whole episode was done right for my expectations.
So let's start here. Let's get actually into the episode and everything that we see. So obviously, I just spoke about the accident and all that, and then as she grows up and all that, we see that she's like, basically struggling out on the streets, petty theft, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And then Kingpin comes along, scoops her up.
That was a G moment in his half, bro.
I was like,
he just walked past NYPD.
Walk through all the cops like, yeah, don't worry about it. Fuck out the way.
So struggling with the death of her father.
Yeah.
And she's acting up.
Mm-hmm.
So Uncle Kingpin, always got to watch fly on her. I love how she did the little joint where she had the motorcycle. Shorty just was like,
she's in the motorcycle shop.
Yeah.
She set the motorcycle. Yeah, she shot it out.
Of course, she gave up in the end.
But,
I just love how much, like, right initially from the get-go of the episode, you, like, what I'm saying, when Kingpin's introduced, you immediately see, like, first off, obviously NYPD of no matter to him at all. They're probably either
He's like, I own you.
Like, I own y'all, whatever.
The one guy was like, hey, where you going? The dude was like, yo, shut up.
He was like, yo, shut up. He looked at him like, yo, shut up. And then on top of that,
that was such a G moment.
And then he brings her in the car, and he just has a translator on hand that's like, oh, I'm just gonna.
It's not like he doesn't know her. He
knows
her.
He knows her from a kid.
Yeah. I know, but that's what I'm saying. He knows her from a kid. But even so, like, it to me, like, what I'm saying is, it just shows like he always has this abundance of resource. Like he's the Kingpin. He's the guy on the streets, bro. He's the guy.
But understand that he went there to get her. So it's for him to have a translator was not a thing like, yo, come on, we gotta go pick her up. So she's gonna be in shit, it's gonna be in the car. Right. He just walked up on them and it was like a word. Man, ain't not one word. He put his hand on her arm and the other cops just let go and she's his. Come on.
Come on, let's go. But we got to talk about, because listen, we all from New York. First thing is when she fires the motorcycle out of the window, there's no way every NYPD officer out there does not fire her ass up.
Literally,
I mean, that's some TV shit. So let's just get that right out the way.
I watched that scene. I'm like, not one shot.
Not a bullet.
One officer shot. Not in New York, bro. They listen. They
threw a motorcycle at me?
The hell out of that gun.
Yeah, they shot people for a lot less.
For a lot less. They accidentally shot people for a lot less.
More times.
So you move on from that to where he now gives her purpose.
Yeah.
When he sends her out on the first like gig or whatever to go to the warehouse, first off, lesson learned: never touch her in the ass inappropriately because your ass will get fucked up.
Yo, honestly, I'm glad I saw him do it because I thought about it and now I'm not gonna do it.
That security guard got his shit rocked, bro. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and
she fucked him up. I was like,
all right. I also
just
want to be clear. Worth it.
Yeah, you're trying to get hurt, bro. You're trying to get hurt, bro. That's all you want.
You do understand that she sees him later, right?
She sure does.
Oh, she sure does. Yeah.
And then you know what she said? Does. She said, "Oh, it's you." And you know what I would have said? It is me.
It is me. Do with me what you will.
You obviously forget she has a freaking metal
leg
bro.
Sure does. It's going right across my face.
Yo, when
you see when kicked him into the fucking safe, bro.
And she kicked my man's face into the desk too, broke teeth out and shit. I was like, all right. But I think the moment when she it was the moment for me when she like when they first initially started the fight scene and the guy like pushes her out of that initial room where everybody's fighting, and then she like has this like blank out moment, and then she just fucking she snaps dude's neck. I'm like, oh, she's a different level. I'm like, all right, she's on a different level. She's on a different level than most people. I got
it. Was go time. It was
go time. Like she snapped. She came back too, and she was like, I'm just gonna break your neck right now. I was like, oh, okay.
And then she hit like one of those faces, like, oh, that was good.
She gave that deep breath, like. I was like,
she just walked in that room like, it's gonna be you first, and went to town.
That's the type of violence only Abel can appreciate.
I mean,
what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for.
Might as well just move on. Fight scene takes place. Let's move on to the part that everybody loved.
The red suit.
No. Wow, pause, man. Come on now.
My bad.
I know you're talking about Charlie, but pause, man. Come on.
The guy who was watching them all night.
He was watching them all night.
Well,
and then they get into that nice little.
It was a good fight. It was a very good fight.
I really think it was. And the fact that he retreated from it says a lot.
Yeah,
I know this is gonna sound horrible because I was actually thinking about it even after I watched the fight scene. I was like, we forget that we're watching a blind person and a deaf person fight.
Yep.
So
I'm like, that's kind of crazy if you really think about it.
Throughout the whole
that shit, I'm like,
throughout the whole ordeal, I said to myself, like, so he must be just listening to her breathe.
100%.
I mean, and she doesn't have to hear anything because she's just watching him. Mm-hmm. But when you look at it, like when they got back into the room and she started grabbing guns, his pinpoint accuracy of knocking the guns away from her.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like really though, echolocation is on. Like
echolocation,
bro. That's Daredevil though, bro.
I know.
Like,
but you also have to understand her. Like we were talking before we started filming, she is a mimic.
Right.
So literally, she watches you and learns.
Yeah.
Like,
right. But here's the thing about.
Are we getting okay?
No, I was just gonna say, like, didn't the creators of the show specifically say, like, we changed her powers because, like, they thought it was lame?
That's what I was
Like,
gonna say too. Like,
yeah,
is the mimicking still a thing? Because
I don't like that they said that. Like, they could have said it a little differently. Like, they
Because
didn't say
if-
like her powers are lame. Like,
But the problem is, if she wasn't a mimic, she wouldn't be able to land a shot on Daredevil. Not at all. Not one.
Yeah, she's a fast learner.
the
Yeah.
fast one.
And she's
Right.
quick to adapt because like the fight started really like not in her favor,
Mm.
and then she got that hit in, and then it was all over.
But I think they still showed that early on in the episode when she pick up like piano really quickly or some shit like that. Am I misremembering that? She picked up something from Kingpin like super quick. I forget what it was. He was teaching her something. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't know.
I thought it was something like that.
I'll have to look back.
But
Yeah, I have to look back on that one.
But
Um,
I think the fight was well done. I think it was just a right amount of fight that you need to get,
And just enough
It's
Daredevil.
it's not his show. But
not fair.
He came in, he did something. It was Red Suit Daredevil from Netflix, which was dope as hell to see.
Cannon, baby.
Cannon,
more.
baby.
And I don't know if you saw the side by side comparison. They kind of buffed him up a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
Did they buff them up?
It was very slightly, but like noticeable. It was nice.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think he just, you know,
He probably did get bigger because you got to realize
they made him look
MCU
fuller.
trainers are
He looked
different.
fuller. He looks
Well,
fuller.
MCU trainers are different.
MCU trainers are fucking different. Them
Right,
motherfuckers,
exactly.
them
Exactly.
motherfuckers, we're about to
That's
pick up this dumb there and walk all day with it.
different level there. That's a different level there.
And I think we can't obviously talk about this episode without talking about the recap of everything that happened with Hawkeye, aka Ronin, because that was a huge part of it. Is that she's obviously trying to track down who killed her father. Realizes it's Hawkeye / Ronin. I guess he's Ronin at the time, right?
Yeah.
Right after the blip.
But I thought the way that they recapped that all from the Hawkeye series was cool. It was like cool to see it from Maya's perspective this time. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just the Hawkeye perspective from last time. So you know, I think what I didn't like to me when they first did that whole thing, I was like, well, she got persuaded rather easily that Kingpin was actually dirty or not on her side. You know what I'm saying? Like not completely on her side.
But you also got to realize in later episodes it ties in because
I'm assuming
she says something in the later episodes that ties that all in because that's what. But we jumped over one part when she got back from fighting Daredevil. Fisk looked like a proud father, bro.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he was like most of my men couldn't even stand to him, and you're still here.
He said he handled him better.
Yeah,
than any of my men ever did.
Yep.
I've never seen anybody handle him like that.
Yep.
I was like, so you were watching, bro? Like you just had cameras on, just watching the fight. Like, oh, she good. She all right. She made it.
That's why he's the Kingpin. He has his hands in everything. He has video of everything. It's the way he played this role in course in the Netflix special and here. I'm like, damn, this is fucking Kingpin right here.
This guy's good at it.
Yo, he's
Alfredo.
Yeah.
Alfredo is that
good. D'Onofrio is
he's the man.
He's literally like one of the top actors. Period. We've seen him in Law and Order and all of that, but you have to see him in other things where
he literally
plays
range.
different roles and
range.
He's very calculated and whatnot.
I still don't know how he took a bullet to the fucking eyeball and lived, but either way.
Well,
that was different.
It's Kingpin.
Yeah, I get
he
it.
Built different.
What's his skull made of fucking rocks?
He built different.
Different, bro. He's just built different, bro. He's just really built different.
I don't know if Marvel could have done a better job casting for Kingpin.
No.
Because
they fits
it well.
And they did a good job with the whole casting. The whole casting is fucking phenomenal. The whole casting. Alaqua Cox is a great fucking Echo.
Oh, she's good.
Oh, she's fantastic. Good. Yeah.
I saw a video of her today where they told her that she first got the job being Echo in Marvel. And it was like the coolest thing to see that they were signing everything to her saying like, oh, congratulations, you got the role. She was like, so it's like I tell you guys all the time. I get excited when I see people who get excited about being in Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit that gets me at. He was like, oh my God, you're kidding. I got the role. Like, this is great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously he was signing it, but I was like, oh, good for her. Like she got super excited about being in the role. Cause I guess this is really her first like major role.
It's
like
her first
this,
major
right?
role. Like she hasn't
So-
really been in anything. Yeah,
But she was excited about it. She was like, "Oh, I can't wait. That's like it's so, like, that was dope.
It's
That's
really
cool.
And watching her at the premiere and working the red carpet with her translator and everybody else,
Mhm.
it was. See, this is another thing that Marvel did. Marvel had a class for the whole cast and crew to learn how to sign language,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
cool.
and they taught them certain words that they could say to her, like "Good morning," "Do you need help?" "Do you need assistance?" This is this for certain parts of the crew. They will had certain different classes for for signing on day one, bro.
It's good.
She said it when
Extra
she first walked on set, when she first saw everybody saying good morning and sign, saying, "Do you need anything?" and sign. It brought her to tears. That's what she said on the red carpet. Because to have that kind of effect on somebody and
That's
say, "Okay, I'm deaf, but I feel like it makes them it makes I don't know how to fucking say it, but it brings more passion into the person that's doing the role,
Right.
feeling that they're appreciated."
Right. It's a different type of comfort that she's probably never felt in her life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Probably.
Exactly.
Which is really well done by Marvel.
For a first movie, or first show, come on. I didn't even expect, because everybody said, "Oh, big machine, Disney, Marvel, big machines." You wouldn't think that they would take that much notice of their actors like that,
Mhm.
and for them to do that, I was like, shit. Okay, I'm in.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then you have the other scene. What was with dude? She looked good in that black.
Well, don't think about touching her.
I mean, for real.
Yeah,
Nope.
get kicked with a metal leg.
Thought about it and doing it. Thank you. Check.
When she shot Fisk in the face.
Yo,
She shot Fisk in the face. I was like, "Oh, grand opening, grand closing." I was like, "Nope, ain't no way he's gonna die in the first episode, bro."
She didn't give a crap.
I mean, but it really was just the ending of Hawkeye. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
you know,
But
still
then they
part
just
of-
they
still
end the
part of
episode
that,
with
still
him in the
part of
bed,
that.
right? Just breathing. Yeah.
Him
yeah,
breathing. Yep.
yeah. So yeah, it was such a good show. It was the first good episode.
It's,
I like.
yeah. Started.
I enjoyed it. I actually, I'll say I enjoyed the whole thing. So when we get to those parts, then
Yeah.
we'll talk about it. But yeah,
Episode 2 next week.
Yeah.
Yep,
next
sounds
week.
good. All right. Well, that's a review. Episode 1 on Echo. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the socials. From myself, Aaron, Wendeezy, Big Chase, and Leo. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. See you soon.
peace,
Echo,
peace,
echo,
peace,
echo,
peace,
echo, echo,
Deuces.
echo, echo.
peace, peace, peace.